we have Haut Sauternes next. Stay tuned for this review. So I'm not a huge cheese eater, but ultimately when I do have cheese, it's often with a dessert wine such as a Sauternes. And I do untraditional cheeses. I think a lot of people are going to do blue cheese with this. Blue cheese is a bit strong for my palate, so I will definitely, it's a bit scented, shall we say, for the palate. But what I enjoy, so aged Gouda, the salt with the sweet characteristic of the Sauternes is just sublime. So here's what we have before us. Now this is from the producer Haut Sauternes 2015 vintage here. Now this wine is 80% Semillon, 20% Sauvignon Blanc. And in this tasting, it was a Snooth tasting, tasting through a lot of Sauternes. I think there were 7 in total, and I'll post those videos right up here. Is ultimately, I was tasting a lot of wines that I think were just so remarkably different from one another. When I often think, and I'm guilty of this as well, which is sometimes I think of a category, and oh, they all taste like this or that. But instead, they all express very, very differently. So Sauternes express beautifully, elegantly, and that's the hallmark of this wine profile. That's the wine is so distinct and characteristic. Sometimes you might use 100% Semillon or a combination of maybe Semillon, Sauvignon Blanc, and other white wine variety. Now this wine is aged 50% in new oak and 50% in one-use oak. And so here we go. First point score, 92 points out of 100 points. So on this wine, I'm getting notes of truffled honey, Bosc pear, Granny Smith apple, white flowers, and a bit of pine nut as well. Nicely done. Next, the flavor characterization. I love the coating of this particular wine here. It's so enveloping, so beautiful. Again, the sweetness levels are going to be sweet. It's a sweet wine, but it's not so over the top that you're going to be like, oh, I can only have just a little bit of this. You're going to be enjoying probably more of this than you expect in a glass with cheese or other desserts or other foods. You can start off with oysters and try this wine. It is really absolutely sublime. And so the coating on this is absolutely beautiful when you first taste this wine. It's not overwhelming. It's really pleasant and beautiful and a pretty wine. So on this, I'm getting invigorating notes of Asian pear, green apple, truffled honey notes, as well as pine nut, almond, and a bit of white flower notes as well. So again, 92 points out of 100 points. Let's stay connected. I have many more reviews to come, many more Sauternes. Again, I'll post those videos right here. And an amazing journey of wine. So if you think of Sauternes, you passed it by in your wine retailer, pick up a bottle, ask your wine retailer, the wine merchant, what they might recommend with a specific pairing. Maybe you have a wine dessert pairing you want to do, and maybe feature this wine or another Sauternes. They're amazing wines, great value price point, inexpensive, approachable. Again, let's stay connected. I'm on a variety of social medias such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WordPress, and LinkedIn. Right up here is the subscribe button, and the purpose of this button is to see future videos that I'm producing that you might be interested in watching. So let's stay connected. Many more gold wines and beautiful, gorgeous wines to come. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Santé.